Well, joining me now is former MP Peter Dunn. That was quite a show, Peter. What is Chris Luxon trying to tell us about himself, do you think, with this outing to McDonald's?
Oh, he's just an ordinary, average guy who likes his burgers and has worked in McDonald's many years ago. Look, I thought from his point of view, it went pretty well. He looked quite at ease. He looked quite natural. And this is really, in the bigger sense, it's about humanising him and giving a bit of backstory to the politician. This is the straightforward guy that people can relate to. Now, that's what we're going to see a lot of over the next year. Everyone's going to be trying to normalise themselves as best they can. So you're voting for the person next door when it comes to election time.
Yeah, absolutely. It's his greatest strength, I suppose, Peter, as a candidate, that he is a former CEO. He has this long business background. Is that also his greatest weakness, do you think? Is that why we're seeing him doing this today?
That's why we've seen this today, really, because he's talked a lot in corporate speak. When he started out as leader, he often said, "I used to run an airline," so that was news to people. And I think that did create a bit of a separation between him and the voting public. So these sorts of events are not about him making burgers or anything like that, but they're about just presenting him as being down to earth like the rest of the country he seeks to serve, and therefore more relatable in terms of people wanting to approach him and talk about issues. I don't think flipping burgers of itself will ever win an election. It's just another part of the armoury of showing politicians in a more natural setting. And as I say, he won't be the first, and he certainly won't be the last that we're going to see campaign doing these sorts of things.
Yeah, well, it is fraught, though, isn't it, Peter? John Key was the master of being the everyman and relating to people, but it doesn't come naturally to everyone.
No, I think that's the important point. I remember many years ago being told, be wary of children and animals. They can always upstage you in these events. So if you can't relate naturally to it, or do it particularly relaxed, if you like, then it can backfire. It looks stiff and wooden. I didn't think Luxon looked that way today, so that's a plus. But as you say, Key was the absolute master. He just glided in and out of situations like this, totally relaxed. He's one of the very few that could do it and do it well.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for your insight and for your analysis, Peter Dunn.
Thank you.